Hey guys, Rick with Rallysport Direct here, and welcome back to another edition of What's in the Box. Today we have the Defi Link Advanced Control Unit. I've got the box right here. Let's go ahead, open it up so we can take a look at it. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is just remove all the components in this kit. And I wanted to show you guys the remote. Now the reason they call this a remote is because it's not hooked to the control unit directly. I've got the control unit right here, and you can see that it's going to be hooked to that with this wire. Now that's because all of our functions are going to be up here, and this is going to be the only part that we're actually going to be able to see, and so I really like that. It's nice and thin. It's going to look great mounted inside the car. Now the different functions we have up here, we have a record, playback, and warning function. These two are going to be to scroll between the different gauges. We've got our peak function right here, and then our dimming and reset function as well. Over on this side you see this switch. Now this is going to be able to switch between real-time, playback mode, and to set up the gauges right there. Then of course we've got our warning light. Now the nice thing about this is you can actually set it up to give you an audible warning as well. It's going to beep at you if you set it up like that, which is great. Now I want to show you guys the control unit itself. You can see that here. No buttons or anything like that on this. And that's because this is actually going to be installed up underneath the dash, so it's going to be out of sight. But we do have all of our sensor inputs here, and then our gauge outputs here. We've got our power source in, and then of course we've got the remote hookup as well, and of course, again, this is the remote right here. Now the nice thing about having a control unit like this is it makes installing multiple gauges extremely easy. We're going to hook this up just like installing one gauge through the power source, and Defi does include some wires, so we're going to hook up our power ground illumination, and then this control unit is going to supply the power ground illumination for every gauge you plug into it, which is really great. Again, it's very simple. Now Defi includes one link wire, and you can see that here. Now this is going to be exactly the wire that's going to be running up to your gauge itself, so you can see how clean that is. Just a very thin wire. And the one thing I like about this is Defi uses very high quality connectors and very high quality wires with a really nice covering, so they're going to last a really long time. Now of course they do include instructions. The first part is in Japanese. Of course Defi is a Japanese company, but you go through the back and you get to the English instructions. Now I highly recommend you read through these, as it'll go through the functions, how to install these, that kind of stuff. It's very helpful. And of course they do include some installation hardware, some vampire taps, double-sided sticky tape, nuts and bolts, and some zip ties to clean up everything during the installation. Now I just wanted to go over some of the functions really quick with you guys and some of the key features. Of course with this you can have up to 7 gauges operating off the single control unit. We've got 2 opening sequences of the gauges, so when you start up the car you get this certain display. When you shut down the car, of course, you get a display as well, and you can actually choose between 2 of those. And then of course we've got the 3-minute replay. Through this we can record up to 3 minutes of runtime and play it back through the gauges, which is great. Now this is going to be a good kit for anybody looking for a nice, clean, easy to install gauge pack. Check it out. That's all the time I've got for you tonight, guys. Please remember to check back later for more editions of What's in the Box.
Rallysportdirect.com